Welcome back, our dear viewers. As we have promised at the beginning of the show, that today we are going to talk about the importance of technology. To what extent technology could help in boosting the business in Egypt and to solve the problem of unemployment, and also to boost the economy through attracting more investment and pushing forward the economy as a whole. To shed more light, we are very much delighted to have with us Dr. Abdou Magdi. He is a technology consultant. Hello, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
Good morning, Dr. Abdou. First, to what extent technology help in minimizing running costs of business?
Yeah, I think like in today's business and today's world, technology is integrated in everyday's life. And for business owners who are looking for ways to minimize their costs, I think there's a lot of technology trends and technology tools that's available for them to do that.
Yes.
And also to shift the investment that they have between different channels. For example, when it comes to advertising, marketing, and reaching the right audience, we're seeing a lot of businesses using Facebook and Google advertising, lots of channels opening up in terms of reaching to the customers. In terms of managing customer relationships, you might be able to use something like a CRM tool or customer relation management. So when we look at technology and its role in business, we can see that there's a lot of potential in reducing costs and also helping businesses expand and reach more customers.
Mr. Abdou, what are the specific trends that are expected to be in focus in 2017?
I think we have been seeing a lot of trends coming up, like big names like Internet of Things, automation, and virtual reality. So these are all emerging trends when it comes to technology that's influencing like the way businesses is being done. Like if we look at some of these concepts, for example, automation, we can look at how each and every part of business can be automated, starting from the marketing, from the production lines. There's lots of tools that's being developed in enhancing automation. Artificial intelligence is another aspect in which that's analyzing and taking decisions based on like analyzing data within the business is something that's coming to be done automatically as well. So virtual reality is another aspect in which that people can like look at, for example, in the real estate business, there's a lot of applications when it comes to real estate and architecture, etc., when it comes to virtual reality. So all these are trends that's emerging, and the good thing is that some businesses have already started like building applications and taking advantage of these technologies to enhance their business.
So in your opinion, is internet marketing affecting business negatively?
I wouldn't say internet marketing or technology is affecting business negatively, because as the technology evolves, it opens up, it requires the right professionals and the right labor to get things done. So I would say that when businesses and economies are embracing technology, they would have a better chance for them to develop their business, enhance their economy, and it's not going to be an issue. Yeah, technology makes some existing ways of doing things unnecessary, but it also opens up lots of possibilities for new ways and new possibilities.
How that could be done, Mr. Abdou?
I think this has to be done by embracing technology. I think it's not like an individual decisions in which technology tool to use, but I think on top of the business or the organization, there has to be the thinking in terms of what are the technology trends, how can we take advantage of them, and accordingly, when you have the strategy people and also the technology people within each company looking at the best ways they can utilize business, by then they would be directing and training their existing human resources to utilize technologies, and accordingly they would not need to replace them, though they would need to kind of recruit people with, who are used to and who are capable of dealing with this technology.
So how can small and medium enterprises make use of advanced technology?
Yeah, I think one of the misconceptions that comes to all these big technology trends is that it's very expensive. So mostly if I'm a small business owner, it would be difficult for me to take advantage of all these nice trends. Though I think one of the business models for the big technology providers is a subscription-based model, which basically you can subscribe monthly or even less than that. So you pay as you go for utilizing these core technologies, which makes it very possible for small business owners to access these technologies and take advantage of different parts of these emerging trends in their businesses.
How the SMEs could benefit to the maximum from the technology, Mr. Abdou?
Well, I think small businesses can look at the way they do business generally. I think they would need to analyze the whole cycle of that their business go through, and they would look at the best technology tools that's available for them to take advantage of it. I think if you're building a new business today, if you look at how do I look at my operation, at my administration, payroll management, at my marketing, and I would subscribe to a number of tools, I might find that I purchased subscription, let's say it was $1,000, $2,000 a year, but by the end of the day, I've actually put aside a lot of hassle in terms of managing staff, in terms of doing things the classic way. So if you're setting up a new business or you are upgrading your existing business and its infrastructure, you would look at subscription-based tools that that you can utilize to run different parts of the business. And that's the best way SMEs can take advantage of these emerging trends and technology generally.
So how can a business owner stay ahead of technology and make sure they don't miss a growth opportunity?
Yeah, I think that will depend also on the background of the business owner. I think like people who are not from a technology background, which I think this would apply pretty much to them, because they are not technology people. They are not naturally keeping themselves updated with what's happening in the technology front. I think for them to subscribe to a few resources that's sending like regular updates when it comes to what's happening in technology and how to take advantage of it. Like I think there's a lot of business networks and a lot of publications in which that they can find lots of resources when it comes to like keeping ahead and also understanding the competitive components of new technologies and what other like businesses regionally and globally are doing within their specific industry as well.
How can technology technique help business owners develop their businesses in a way that probably save costs?
Yeah, I think when it comes to save costs, I think it's going to come down to automation and also to labor. So basically you can reduce the cost when it comes to labor. You can reduce the cost when it comes to production. You can reduce the cost in overall planning and administrative cycle. So I think if you break down what you're spending in business, so you're going to be spending in administration, you're going to be spending in production, and you're going to be spending in sales and marketing. And I think like in all these aspects, there are different ways in which that you can optimize your operation, embracing technology trends, which will dramatically decrease the costs.
So to what extent the technology can scale the business geographically?
Yeah, I think this is a very, very big area when it comes to scaling, because a technology infrastructure has like infinite possibilities when it comes to scale. If I'm keeping my customer database on online, on the internet, by then I can have endless number of customers. Or if I have a website where people sign up, they create an account, so by then I can have like endless number of customers. The same thing if I'm relying on, for example, call center operations that has lots of automation integrated to it. I would see that automating the process is not going to...
Me, if I'm a new business owner, I'm starting a new startup maybe for an SME or something like that, how I can adopt a system that could help me to reduce the cost, to do better marketing through using the technology.
Yeah, I think this usually starts with Google. Actually, it starts before that. It starts with the intention. So once you decided that you want to embrace some of these technology, is that you see that, for example, let's take one aspect when it comes to marketing. I would see that I'm spending a lot of marketing, and I would like to kind of manage my spending and manage my operation when it comes to marketing. I would go to Google and say that marketing technology. I would search for any kind of keyword that would give me resources when it comes to the latest marketing technology tools. I would learn that there's something called marketing automation, and there are some different tools in which that I can use to automate lots of the used to be kind of manual operation that happens when it comes to marketing. I would kind of shift a big part of my advertising budget into digital. I would be able to access clients using different websites, Facebook, and different other channels. And by then, like by searching and having the intention to go and search for the right tools to utilize, I think you can reach like the right tool and the right best way. And all the other options that you can also look at different technology service providers. So if you reach out to a service provider close by and ask them about what is the best technology that I can use, for example, to reduce my production cost. If I'm a factory, for example, and I'm looking at more advanced technology when it comes to mechatronics, for example, I would kind of look at the right consultants to find out the latest technology trends and how they can be integrated within my business.
So technology is thought after as a challenge to business. It affects employment and make people stop needing some of services they need to pay for. What's your take on this?
Well, I think, as we said, it becomes the attitude of the economy or the society or the business and that's looking at technology. I think if we are embracing the new, if we're open for the new, by then we will be able to kind of restructure our
Yes.
approach to embracing that and accordingly structuring our employment and lifestyle around the emerging technology trends. Because like when we look at it, we can never stop technology. Technology is developing, and there will be ongoing trends, and there's no way to stop that. So you cannot like stop the time in terms of like having the business going the same way it's being done, maintaining the same level of skill and awareness for human resources. So this is not possible because technology is going to continue being emerging. I think it comes to the people in the leadership to look at that as a strategic matter for them to embrace technology, to train their staff when it comes to technology, and also for the new generations at schools, at universities, they have to be also trained on the latest technologies because by then they have a better chance on getting employed and possibly starting their own businesses as well.
Mr. Abdul, many people now are working in the field of technology itself by using the technology, like using mobile apps, for example, or marketing their stuff through social media, or even working through social media now by doing some catering or selling online. So to what extent the technology in that way is developing new businesses?
I think that's a very good question because like the big thought is that technology is no more an industry, but rather technology is a service to industry, which means that there's not those people who are working in the technology industry, but rather like in all different industries. So if we look at agriculture, if we look at production, if you look at real estate, all these different sectors, they actually have to have a technology component integrated to them. So I think we're starting to think that there is not these technology people, which we used to call them information technology or IT. I think like what's coming is that like technology is being embraced within different economic sectors, within different companies. We're starting to see CTOs or chief technology officers, people who are responsible of like finding the best technology for the business to grow, even startups who are not from a technology company. So they are not an IT company, but rather they are using technology to best serve their customers.
Yep.
So I think the way to answer your question is that technology is no more an independent industry, but rather it's an integral way to do business. And accordingly, like all companies has to be embracing technology. They have to be having a technology component. We might actually be utilizing a very small part of the economy that's actually developing the technology itself, but rather everyone within the economy is concerned about technology and utilizing technology in their business.
So mentioning Internet of Things, big data, analytics and automation and many other words that you said, what are those expressions and how can business owners use them to create more intelligent products in their business?
Yeah, I think like if we look at like some of these concepts, for example, IoT or Internet of Things, we're going to be seeing that lately, like everything had been connected to the internet. So, for example, if you're connecting like a camera to your business, reconnecting any kind of device, this device is like always on and always collecting data. So, if you're able to process these data on a large scale, well, then you can reach a lot of intelligent decisions. So, by then, a concept like Internet of Things that's like gives us access to a lot of sources of data that can be utilized in different ways. Artificial intelligence is another aspect in which that like machines can start becoming intelligent and responsive to human behavior. So these are all different trends that's emerging, and I think like we are starting to see businesses embracing that. For example, a very big like trend that have been like emerging, even lots of Egyptian companies have been embracing that, is what they call the chatbots. So chatbots, it's like as we all chat on like WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever, you can actually add a chat agent that's not actually backed by an individual, but rather it's an automated chat agent that you can ask different questions to. So you can find lots of businesses would actually who are not on 24/7. You would just be able to download their chat bot, and by then if you have any question, if you need any support inquiries, it's going to be directing you to the right resource. So having something like chat bots is something that's being embraced, and I think this is something that has lots of potential also to grow in utilization. And like all these technologies bring us these tools. So there is the core technology trends itself, and then the tools emerging from these trends. So I think as we start seeing lots of these tools, and the good thing also, because we're all connected today on mobile phone, on desktops, we all connected to the internet 24/7. So as consumers, we start utilizing these as consumers first, and hopefully this is going to be like a shortcut for businesses to start utilizing that as they see it as consumers first.
Indeed. Mr. Abdul Magdi, our technology consultant, thank you very much, sir, for your precious input.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Abdo. And now, dear viewers, this brings us to the end of today's edition of The Breakfast Show. I'd like to thank my colleague Mahisti.
Thank you very much, Shireen. And of course, our dear viewers, tomorrow, wait for us again in The Breakfast Show with another crew. Till then, it's goodbye.